Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. It's great to have all you wrestling fans out tonight for the Heartland Championship Wrestling pay-per-view broadcast. Heartland Havoc 94, Start Me Up, from Memphis, Tennessee. And it is going to be a great night of action. The start of the broadcast was postponed by Ohio State Buckeyes football. And just like in the old days when you would turn on TBS to look for Saturday Night Wrestling and you would find the Atlanta Braves baseball, either preempting or postponing the wrestling broadcast. It's one of the few things in the world I love as much as professional wrestling is my Buckeye football. And even as they rolled to a 76-5 victory over Miami University of Ohio, we had to stay for the final minute. And also enjoyed some baseball action from ID Jester this afternoon. And now we are here in Memphis for championship wrestling action from the Heartland. We have already seen 4 contests on this pay-per-view so far. In our opening match, it was the number 1 contenders match for the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Championship, and Kenny Omega was your winner in that match with a victory over Drew Galloway. We followed that up with a very ugly 6-man tag team grudge match. The team of David Von Erich, Kerry Von Erich, and Brian Adias took on the Horseman trio of Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and Barry Windham. And it was Kerry Von Erich who won the fall in that match with a power slam on Tully Blanchard. But after the match, Kerry was attacked by Anderson and Blanchard, and he was busted wide open in spite of the efforts of Adias and David Von Erich and the returning Iceman King Parsons to come to the rescue. Kerry left the ring a bloody mess with the Horsemen celebrating. That was followed by a chaotic situation in our Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship match as the team of Shayna Baszler and Nicole Savoy, your champions, had the challenge of the Minnesota Home Wrecking Crew, Lacey and Rain. And before that match even got started, the nonsense in the ring broke down. And it was Rain and Lacey who enlisted the assistance of the special guest commentator, Jerry the King Lawler, here in Memphis. They took the crown from Lawler, and they used that crown to put lumps on the heads of both of the champions. That did not go over very well with the champs, and in the ensuing brawl, the referee just threw the match out. And so now the tensions are rising between those two teams, and there will be a rematch sometime in the near future. We just saw a grudge match between Lex Luger and Dr. Death Steve Williams, and it was Williams who dominated that match and won easily over Luger, who left the ring in shame. And now we are ready for tonight's triple main event here on the YouTube stream. First up, it will be the Heartland Ladies Championship. The popular champion Rockin Robin will defend her title against a very capable opponent in Sara Del Rey. Sara Del Rey was a dominant wrestler in Shimmer Championship Wrestling and in the Chikara Wrestling Federation, where she wrestled both men and women, before she moved on to the WWE and became a trainer. She's no longer an active wrestler. She trains wrestlers. Her given name is Sara Amato, and if you look her up on the WWE website, you can see what a list of credentials she has. But she is here tonight in Memphis to challenge Rockin Robin in our Ladies Championship match. Following that match, we'll see NWA World Tag Team Championship action as the Steiner brothers defend the belts against the Midnight Express with James E. Cornette. And in our main event, it will be AJ Styles, the King of the Indies champion. That is the world champion of independent wrestling, defending that world title against a very capable challenger in Davey Richards. So that's your lineup for tonight's card. Let's head to the ring for tonight's opening matchup. Your champion is Rockin' Robin, and your challenger is Sara Del Rey. And ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble. The opening initiative roll is tied, and that means that we are going to go to the book, the Face to the Match book, which of course I forgot to bring to the table. And whenever I have a tie on the opening initiative roll, that means somebody is going to the Face to the Mat highlight reel to see what's going to happen here. So what's going to happen between Rockin' Robin and Sara Del Rey? This is a singles match, and the dice say that Rockin' Robin is going to the chart. And on a roll of 11, is Rockin' Robin agile? Yes, she is. She escapes the instant pin using her agility to get to the ropes and scores 1 point. So we don't give points in Filsinger wrestling, but we'll say that Sara tried to score a quick roll-up on the opening tie-up, and Robin slipped out of that, and we'll let Robin take over on level 1 offense, and we are underway. Robin with an arm wringer, and that's a hurt 2. Robin follows that up with a punch to the gut, followed by a whip to the ropes. Sara is whipped to the ropes, and she comes off the ropes, grabs Robin, and drops her face first with an X Factor. And Robin is down quickly. Sara taking over on level 3 offense after that brilliant move off of the ropes. And Sara is going to go for a trip to the top ropes and attempt a superplex. She's going to need a death jump roll to complete that. And on a roll of 5, Robin is going to slip out of the back of that and pitch Sara Del Rey down to the ring. So Sara went to the superplex, but she went too soon. Robin knocks Sara off the ropes, and it is Robin who is in control on level 3 offense, and she's going to go right to the Bulldog. And on that Bulldog, she comes off the top rope and hits the Flying Bulldog. That's a +2 finisher. Sara Del Rey will be pinned on a roll of 4 or lower, but Sara kicks out of that easily. So a very exciting exchange of moves here in the early going. Sara went for the superplex. Robin knocked her off the ropes and responded with a Flying Bulldog for a 2 count. Robin still in control. And this time she is going to go for the death jump, but Sara gets to her feet, and Robin is going to think better of that. And she's just going to go for a series of roundhouse punches. And Sara is going to fire back on a level 2 reversal. Sara comes back with a nasty axe kick, and that puts Robin down to the mat. Robin is down, and Sara is in control. Sara is going to go for the rolling capo kick, and Robin is hurt. Nice rolling capo kick. Sara now is going to go for the Northern Lights suplex. She's going to need a roll of 9 or lower to connect on that move. And on a roll of 7, she connects. And that is going to be a hurt 2 for Robin. Sara in control goes with a big running boot. Robin is staggered. The challenger putting up a good fight here early. She follows up with several stiff kicks to the back of Robin. Robin staggers to her feet and tries to defend herself. Robin comes back with a series of arm drags, taking advantage of her athletic prowess, and Sara is getting to her feet. And Robin comes off the far ropes and nails Sara with a back elbow, and Sara goes down to the mat. Robin now in control. What an action-packed match we have seen. And Robin is going to go back to the top rope, and she's going to attempt that top rope Flying Bulldog a second time. She goes for the cover. The pin roll is 5, and on a pin roll of 4, Sara Del Rey has been pinned. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, what an exciting title defense for Rockin' Robin as she wins that with the Flying Bulldog off the top rope. And Rockin' Robin has retained the Heartland Ladies Championship in a back and forth match. Sara got some very stiff kicks in there. Tried for the superplex perhaps a little too soon, and that proved costly as Robin was able to take advantage, go to the air on several occasions, and finally come off the top rope with a flying bulldog to put Sara down for the 3 count. And Rockin' Robin has successfully defended the Heartland Ladies Championship. All right, great action in our opening contest as Rockin' Robin is your victor. And we see a nice show of sportsmanship, nice handshake between the 2 competitors in your Ladies Championship match. Now we're getting ready for our next contest, which will be for the NWA World Tag Team Championship. Your champions, the Steiner brothers, are raring to go, but they have a tough row to hoe tonight as the Midnight Express have come calling, and they are going to be looking for an opportunity to take the tag team titles away from the Steiner brothers here tonight in Memphis. And James E. Cornette is at ringside, and he is reared up and ready to go for action. So the wrestlers are in the ring. You'll notice I have a fatigue token counter for each wrestler. I also have a 4-sided die, and that will count the pin saves and the double team and the outside interferences. Each team has 2 opportunities at pin saves. That would include any distractions or interference by Cornette. So the Steiner brothers can use the pin save chart. The Midnight Express can either use the pin save chart or they can go to Jim Cornette's card and use the distractor rating or the Cornette interference chart. So they've got some advantages because the Cornette card is pretty solid. And so they will have the services of James E. Cornette at ringside with tennis racket in hand. And the Steiner brothers are going to have to beware of not only the wrestling prowess of Sweet Stan Lane and beautiful Bobby Eaton, but also the presence of one James E. Cornette at ringside. So we'll get things started. It's going to be Rick Steiner starting things off for the champions and Sweet Stan Lane for the challengers. And on the opening roll, the initiative goes to the challengers. Sweet Stan Lane locking up. He gets behind Rick and goes with the back suplex, and Rick hits the mat hard. He tries to get over to his corner, but he can't get over to tag Scotty, and Stan is in control, and he hits Rick in the gut with a spin kick. Lane is in control, and he is hammering it up. And now he's going to go to the drop toe hold after the blind tag, and in comes Bobby Eaton, and Eaton drops the elbow. So a double team move successfully executed on Rick Steiner, and already that costs Rick a point of fatigue. And Bobby Eaton is now the legal man in the ring after that double team move. The Midnight Express is devastating with their double teams, as they have been well prepared for this match by their manager James E. Cornette. Eaton looking to pick Steiner up and go for the spinning neck breaker. He's going to need a roll of 9 or lower to complete that move successfully, and he hits it. And that's going to be a down 3. Steiner is down. He's trying to crawl over to brother Scotty, and he crawls over and makes the tag. Defensive tags, as you know, require a roll of 2 to 6. And on a roll of 6, Rick comes over to Scotty and makes the tag. And Scotty comes into the ring on level 1 offense against beautiful Bobby Eaton. Scotty hits Eaton with a clothesline to the back. And now it's Eaton's turn to make the tag, and he is not able to do so. Scotty in control. Goes to the fall-away slam, and Eaton is hurt. Eaton slow to get to his feet as he hit hard after that suplex. What's Steiner going to do now? He goes for the Steiner line, and Eaton is staggered once again. Scotty is going to bring Rick back into the ring, and we're going to have our first attempted double team from the double team chart. Eaton is hurt, and on the double team chart, a roll of 9 means that Scotty holds his partner. Scotty holds the opponent, while Rick comes off the top turnbuckle with a deadly elbow smash. So Rick is the legal man in the ring now, and he is in control at level 2 offense. Rick Steiner now against Bobby Eaton. Goes with a bite to the forehead. He's just going to bite him in the forehead. Eaton doesn't like that very much. And he is going to reverse that and drop Steiner with a vertical suplex. Steiner bounces right back up. And Rick bites him in the forehead again. And Eaton is very upset. He's going to try and get over and make the tag. He is unable to do so. And Rick is going to take advantage, and he's going to nail Bobby Eaton with a mighty Steiner line. Oh, a big Steiner line for Rick Steiner. Steiner's going to go for the cover. The pin roll is a 3, but Eaton just barely got out of that one. Eaton was stunned badly by that Steiner line and nearly pinned in the very early stages of this match. Rick Steiner is in control. What's he going to do? Rick Steiner is going to go for the Steiner dog. He has got Eaton up on his shoulders. Scotty Steiner is coming to the top rope, and they're going to attempt that flying top rope bulldog. They nail it. That is a +3 finisher. So that's a pin roll of 7. And immediately Jim Cornette is up on the ring trying for the distraction. And on a roll of 9, he is successful in the distraction. So there will be no pinfall, but that costs the challengers a point of their interferences. And that makes a second fatigue token for Beautiful Bobby. Scotty is now the legal man in the ring. And he is in control. What's he going to do? He is going to go for the Frankensteiner. That is a +1 finisher as Scotty hits the Frankensteiner. The pin roll now is a 6. And we're going to see Cornette interfere. Cornette is going to go right to the interference chart. And on a roll of 10, Cornette jumps up on the ring apron to hit the opponent with a tennis racket, but he misses, and he strikes his own wrestler. Oh my goodness. Bobby Eaton has been smashed by the tennis racket of Jim Cornette. That's going to cost him a fatigue token, and that's all the interference that the Midnights have for tonight. That did break up the pinfall as Scotty rolled out of the way. But Eaton is still hurt, and he is stunned and crawling to his feet as Scotty is still in control now. And the referee has thrown Jim Cornette out from ringside. Jim Cornette has been ejected from this match after trying to use that tennis racket. So Eaton and Lane are going to have to win this on their own, as Scotty is still in control. Scotty with a forearm smash. Scotty sends Eaton into the turnbuckle. What's going to happen here? On a roll of 11, that's bad for Eaton, as Eaton bounces forward off the turnbuckle and Scotty nails him with an incredible neck-breaking clothesline. Scotty Steiner is in control against Eaton, and there is nothing that Jim Cornette can do. And I'm having trouble with my dice here tonight. Steiner goes to the double underhook. He picks up Eaton in the double underhook and slams him down with a double underhook powerbomb. Eaton staggering to his feet. He is in rough shape. Steiner picks him up for another fall-away slam. And now Rick is going to come into the ring for another double team attempt. Hello, ID Jester. Welcome to ringside as the Steiner brothers are in control against the Midnight Express. And on a roll of 5, it is Scotty Steiner throwing Eaton into the ropes. And Eaton bounces off the ropes, and the Steiner brothers nail him with a double clothesline, and Eaton goes down hard. Bobby Eaton is in bad shape now, and he cannot get to his partner, as Rick goes for the back body drop. He's going to need a roll of 9 or lower to complete that. He gets it done. But Eaton bounces up and retaliates immediately with a stinging right hand to the face of Rick Steiner. Here comes Lane into the ring. They are going to hit Steiner with a double team, double goozle. And Steiner is hurt, and that gives the Midnight Express the opportunity to make the tag. So Bobby Eaton survives a vicious onslaught from the Steiners. He is in bad shape. Jim Cornette has been thrown out of the match. And Sweet Stan Lane is in the ring now against Rick Steiner. And the mood has just gotten very serious for the Midnights. Lane is no longer showboating. He's going to go with the combination drop, toe hold, and elbow. They've hit that once before. And another elbow smash to the back of the head of Rick Steiner costs him another point of fatigue. And Steiner is slow to get to his feet. Stan Lane, still in control, goes with a flurry of karate kicks, those educated feet. And he's going to try for the cover on Rick Steiner. The pin roll here is 5. Scotty's going to come into the ring and try for the pin save to save the title. And on a roll of 10, Scotty has been cut off by Eaton and cannot get there for the pin save. So on a roll of 5 or lower, Rick Steiner will be pinned, and the roll is 11. Steiner kicks out of that with authority. That costs Rick another point of fatigue. Lane is still firmly in control as the referee clears Eaton and Scotty Steiner out of the ring. What's Lane going to do now? He is going to go for an enziguri to the back of the head. And after that enziguri, Stan Lane is going up to the top rope, and he's going to try the death jump. Here comes Lane with the death jump. And on a roll of 6, he nails a flying clothesline coming off the top ropes on Rick Steiner, and Steiner goes down to the mat. Rick Steiner's in some trouble now, as Stan Lane is in control. Lane now goes to the Russian leg sweep. He makes the cover, and on a chance of 6, that means Scotty's going to have to come in and try another pin save, and again, he is cut off by Eaton. So on a roll of 6 or lower, Rick Steiner will be pinned, and the pin roll again is 11, and Steiner kicks out of that with authority. But that is all the pin saves that the Steiners have. So both sides have used all their pin save attempts. And it is going to be mano-a-mano the rest of the way. Lane is still in control. Rick Steiner desperately in need of a tag. Hello, Philip Reynolds. Welcome to ringside for this NWA World Tag Team Championship match, as the Midnight Express are challenging the Steiner brothers. And Stan Lane has Rick Steiner in trouble. What's Lane going to do? He's not going to pitch Steiner out of the ring. He is going to go instead for a spin kick. And he nails Steiner in the gut. Steiner tries to stagger over and get the tag, but he cannot get over there. Lane successfully cuts off the ring, and Lane is going to go with a double thrust to the throat. Steiner doesn't like that. Steiner rears back at him, and Lane goes with the arm drag and takes Steiner down to the canvas. But Steiner pops right back up after that arm drag, and he delivers a Steiner line that knocks Stan Lane out of his boots. Lane is down. Rick is crawling across the ring, and yes, he is able to get there and make the tag to his partner, Scotty. And the match continues. The two fresh guys are in the ring now, Scott Steiner and Stan Lane. Both Rick Steiner and Bobby Eaton have taken a lot of punishment in this match. Steiner is in the ring, and he immediately grabs Lane and whips him over in a belly-to-belly suplex. Scotty makes the cover. The pin roll is 3 or lower, and Lane kicks out of that one. He got the right shoulder out of there. And that cost Stan Lane his first point of fatigue. Scotty still in control. He is not going to go to the top rope for a death jump. Instead, he's going to move in, and he is going to whip Stan Lane to the ropes. A whip to the ropes. Lane is the faster of the two men coming off the ropes. But on a roll of 12, Scotty Steiner catches Stan Lane with a powerful Steiner line coming off the ropes, and Stan Lane goes down hard. A Steiner line by Scotty. He is in control, and he just pitches Stan Lane out of the ring. Scotty comes out of the ring, and we're going to have potentially a double disqualification. Scotty and Stan are brawling at ringside. Will Scotty be disqualified? On a roll of 11, he will not. Will Sweet Stan be disqualified? On a roll of 5, that's a possibility. And on a roll of 5, Sweet Stan Lane has gotten himself disqualified. Oh my goodness, Lane was in trouble as the Steiner brothers took control, and Lane took the fight to the outside of the ring. He slammed Scott Steiner with a foreign object of some sort. Maybe Jim Cornette left his tennis racket behind at ringside, and when Lane picked up the tennis racket and used it on Scotty, the referee called for the bell and disqualified your challengers. What an action-packed tag team championship match we just saw. Your winners by disqualification, and still NWA World Tag Team Champions. After Stan Lane was disqualified for using the tennis racket, the Steiner brothers are your winners by disqualification and still your NWA World Tag Team Champions. So the Midnight Express certainly gave the Steiners a serious run at the title here tonight, but the Midnights could not get it done, and without their leadership of Jim Cornette at ringside, it is the Midnight Express tasting defeat by way of disqualification. And the Steiner brothers go home still your reigning and defending NWA World Tag Team Champions. All right, fans, after that exciting action-packed title defense, we are ready for our main event of the evening. This is for the King of the Indies Heavyweight Championship. As I mentioned, this is the World Championship of Independent Wrestling, and your champion is AJ Styles. He has had a very successful summer defending the King of the Indies Championship, and his challenger tonight is one Davey Richards. Davey Richards is a very, very strong competitor. Outstanding MMA-type competitor. He can kick the snot out of anybody with his stiff kicks, lots of grappling skills, and just a hard-nosed attitude, whereas Styles is the high flyer. So this will be a great matchup between the King of the Indies, AJ Styles, and your Evolve heavyweight champion, Davey Richards, who is now challenging for the top title in independent wrestling. Both these men coming from a pedigree of the Ring of Honor. Davey Richards has had a run in total nonstop action, and I believe spends most of his time now in Japan, as well as in Evolve Wrestling and the Indies. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event. And we've got Rob exclamation point in the chat room at ringside. Mr. Excitement, welcome to ringside, and welcome to the main event. And on your opening initiative roll, it will be Davey Richards taking control. Davey is going to try for the stretch muffler. That's a power move. Both these men have a -4 agility, which is stellar. Both these men have a +1 power, so very even matchup between a couple guys who are in the 205 to 215 weight range. Styles with a little bit of a height advantage against the smaller Davey Richards. And Richards starts off with a submission move, the stretch muffler, and good chain wrestling by Richards to wrap up Styles in that move and gain the early advantage. Davey now hits Styles with the folding powerbomb, and Styles is slow to get to his feet. But Styles gets to his feet, and he comes back with an arm drag. He takes Davey Richards down to the mat. Davey gets right back up with a level 2 reversal, and he comes with a double knee backbreaker on AJ, and AJ is hurt. Davey in control after winning that technical showdown here in the opening lockup. He's going to go for the double stomp. That is going to require a roll of 8 or lower, and he hits it. And AJ is going to score the level 2 reversal. AJ comes right back, and he goes out of the ring and comes off the ring apron with a springboard and nails Davey Richards with a splash. Richards is staggered by that springboard splash. AJ goes for the swinging neck breaker. Can he connect with that? He needs a roll of 8 or better. No, Davey gets out of the way of the spinning neck breaker. And Davey comes back with another double knee backbreaker, and Styles goes down. So we've had a couple of in-the-ring wrestling exhibitions here so far, and Davey has gotten the best of both of them. And now Davey is going to pitch AJ to the arena floor and go for the suicide dive, and he hits it, and Styles is hurt, rolling back into the ring. Davey in control, and he is going to go to a series of suplexes. Styles hits the ring mat hard several times on those suplexes, and Davey stays in control. It's this ground and pound game from Davey Richards that's going to lead him to success if he is going to be able to take down the world champion AJ Styles here tonight. Davey with another suicide dive, and this time AJ is going to be knocked out of the ring and down to the arena floor. What's going to happen here? Can Davey hit the suicide dive? He's going to have the opportunity to go to the suicide dive chart, and on a roll of 6, on a roll of 10, -4 for the agility bonus. What's going to happen? Davey flips over the top rope with a somersault plancha, but AJ moves out of the way. And Davey Richards misses the plancha and hits the arena floor hard. That is going to cost him a point of fatigue. We have an option now to roll on the normal out of the ring chart, or AJ can go to the air. And AJ is certainly not one who's shy about going to the air. So it's going to be AJ who flies through the air. And on a roll of 7, Davey gets out of the way of that. But AJ catches himself, and it's going to be Davey Richards rolling now on the standard outside the ring charts. And on a roll of 7, Richards is going to have to crawl helplessly back into the ring. So the aerial tactics of these two guys, they fought to a stalemate on that first occasion, but Davey did take a bump there, and he is favoring that low back just a little bit as he rolls back into the ring, and AJ is in control. AJ nails him with the phenomenal DDT, and Davey is down. AJ in control. What's he going to do now? He is going to go for a torture rack powerbomb type maneuver. But on a roll of 3, he misses that. And Davey rolls through that attempt, and he covers AJ for the pin attempt. AJ gets the shoulder up, but that costs him a point of fatigue. So a very clever reversal there by Davey Richards on the attempted powerbomb. Nearly caught him by surprise and nearly captured the 3 count. Davey now first up to his feet, and he is going to go to the ankle lock. He goes to the ankle lock. That is a submission hold. It's only a 0 submission hold. So on this roll, we need a 3 or lower for AJ to tap out. That's not likely, and AJ makes his way to the ropes. But those ankle locks do add up over the course of a long and grueling match, especially against a high-flying guy like AJ Styles. Davey's going to do whatever he can do to slow things down. And he is now in control after AJ works his way out of the ankle lock. What's Davey going to do? He's going to go now to the cloverleaf. Another submission hold. And this time AJ is able to get over more quickly and cause that one to be broken up by the referee. Richards is going to go for the double knee backbreaker, but this time AJ reverses it, slips behind, and takes control on level 2 offense. AJ with a leapfrog dropkick from behind, and that hits Davey in the back of the head, and Davey rebounds off the far ropes. He didn't lose his feet, but AJ successfully got the escape and hit the dropkick. And now they line up again in the center of the ring. And it's Styles taking control with an arm lock into an enziguri from behind. He got the wrist lock, twisted him over, and nails him on the back of the head with the enziguri. Nice move by AJ to hit that. Davey staggered. They lock up again, and this time it is Davey who whips AJ into the ropes, comes off the far ropes, and nails a handspring enziguri. And AJ is hurt. These two guys are trying to outdo one another in the ring with some very well executed kicks. And now Davey is once again going to go to the top rope and come off with the suicide dive. And he hits it, and that knocks AJ out of the ring. Is Davey going to go to the suicide dive chart once again? No, he's not. He couldn't get over there quickly enough. Action spills out of the ring, and on a roll of 7, AJ is forced to crawl back into the ring to meet the 10 count. And Davey is in control. Davey now is going to go for the alarm clock, and he nails it. That is a stiff kick where he tosses his opponent up into the air in the style of almost a backdrop type maneuver. And on the way down, Davey connects with that kick, and that costs AJ a point of fatigue, as the kick to the rib cage is a stiff one, and that's also going to be a pin attempt on the defensive roll of 3. So on a roll of 5, AJ will be pinned, but he kicks out of that. That was a devastating kick by Richards, and AJ is visibly hurt now. Davey's in control. What's he going to do? He's going to go back to the cloverleaf. AJ moving more slowly now, but he is able to finally reverse that one and get to his feet. Davey's going to go for that backbreaker again, and Styles escapes that one and gets to his feet. Davey's still in control, and he's going to go to the stretch muffler. Once again to the stretch muffler, trying to weaken the low back of AJ Styles. Styles is hurt, slow to get to his feet. What's Davey going to do? He's going to go for the double stomp. And that is a choice roll. and he is going to need an 8 or lower to successfully execute the double stomp, and he hits it. And the level 2 defense roll for AJ is a hurt 2. Richards now methodically trying to take AJ apart, keeping control on level 2 offense as I continue to have trouble with these dice rolls. He's going to go to the double stomp again, and he hits it again, and AJ is still hurt, staggering around the ring, favoring that low back. Richards in control. This time he's going to try that folding powerbomb again, but once again AJ comes out the back door of that one. And he retaliates by whipping Davey Richards into the far turnbuckle. We go to the turnbuckle chart. Richards comes off the turnbuckle, and AJ Styles nails him with a big kick. Davey Richards now is staggered. What's AJ going to do? He's going to go for a swinging neck breaker. Can he hit that? Yes, no, he misses that one as Davey powers out of that one, and Davey comes back and hits the double knee backbreaker, and AJ is stunned and rolls over and grabs the ropes to get to his feet. So AJ Styles has taken a good bit of punishment here, and the pace of this match has slowed down, and as they lock up again, it's AJ who's going to go for the tornado DDT. He whips Davey into the ropes, comes off the middle turnbuckle, and swings around with the tornado DDT, dropping Davey Richards to the mat. AJ back in control. He's going to try that swinging neck breaker again. This time he hits it. And this time Davey Richards is down. Is he going to leave the ring? Yes, he is. AJ is a bit tired, but he's going to try the suicide dive anyways. But he's not going to be able to get there in time. On the suicide dive roll, I allow the wrestler to try that if the chart roll is if the roll is 6 or lower. If it's higher than that, we do not let the suicide dive chart come into play, because if I let this suicide dive chart go every time, it would just completely dominate the match. The ad ones and things would roll up so quickly that these matches would be over in a heartbeat. So if the wrestler in the ring is not able to get there by a count of 2 to 6, then we go to the standard out of the ring chart. And that's what Davey Richards is going to do. He is, both these men are rated B out of the ring. Neither of them is what you'd consider a brawler. But they're both capable of holding their own out there. Oh, but this time, Davey Richards rolls double 6, and that is disastrous. The opponent crushes you with a spectacular move outside the ring. Davey thought he had dodged the suicide dive attempt, but AJ caught him with a flying knee off the ring apron, and this is going to be a possible countout. The countout roll is only snake eyes, one for the pin rating and one for the point of fatigue. So Richards is going to make it back into the ring, but that does cost him a point of fatigue, and AJ now has the opportunity to do some more damage. What's he going to do? He goes to the Pele kick. He stuns Richards with that Pele kick, and Richards is still down. AJ now is going to go for the torture rack powerbomb once again. That is a choice H move on the charts, and that means AJ is going to have to hit a death jump roll in order to successfully execute the torture rack powerbomb. And on a roll of 6, he is successful. 6 is the lowest roll that's successful against a B-rated death jump guy. So that means Styles hits the torture rack powerbomb, and he stays in control on level 3 offense. And this time it's the phenomenal DDT, and that's a hurt 2. AJ still in control. He whips Davey into the ropes. Davey Richards is an A-rated ropes guy, but on a roll of 8, Davey comes off the ropes, and AJ puts him down hard with a running back elbow. AJ still in control as Davey is slow to get to his feet. He's going to go to that swinging neck breaker again. And that's a choice F move, so it's going to require 8 or lower to hit that, and he hits it. And Davey is down, and Styles is going to go for the cover. But the pin roll is only a 3, and Davey kicks out easily from that move. AJ remains in control. Will he set up the Styles Clash? No, he is going to go to the Pele kick once again. He's going to try the cover once again. This time the pin roll is a 4, and Davey once again kicks out. Both men now with 4 points of fatigue. Both these men are stuck in wind. AJ in control, and he is going to go back to that torture rack power bomb. Can he hit the death jump roll? Yes, indeed, he hits it. In fact, on a roll of 11, that's a pinning opportunity. Excuse me. A little excited. On the death jump chart, roll of 11, that's a pin opportunity. The roll is 5. And on a roll of 7, Davey just gets out of that one. Both men are now in big trouble. What's AJ going to do? He is going to go for the Fosbury flop, that over-the-top rope senton. He hits it, and Davey is still down. AJ now with the phenomenal DDT. Davey staggers to his feet. AJ goes with the whip to the turnbuckle. And on the turnbuckle B roll, on a roll of 8, Davey Richards hits the corner, and AJ smashes him with a stiff kick in the corner of the ring. AJ still in control. AJ whips Davey into the ropes. And Davey comes off the ropes, and both men hit each other with a running double clothesline. Oh my goodness. The double running clothesline. Both men came off the ropes with the same idea. Both men are down. And according to the chart, the wrestler with the better ropes rating recovers first. In this case, they have the same rating, and that gives the advantage to the man who initiated the whip to the ropes, and that would be AJ Styles in control on level 3 offense. What a spectacular match we are seeing. And AJ is going to pitch Davey out of the ring. Is Davey going to go for broke? Is AJ going to go for broke here? I wish I had my decider die. AJ is an aggressive champion. We'll roll what looks like a decider die, and on a roll of 4 to 6, he's going to go for it. Can he hit the suicide dive? He's got the opportunity to go to the chart. On a roll of 3, let's see what happens on the suicide dive chart. AJ has a -4 agility, but he's also got 4 points of fatigue, so I subtract those. And it's going to be even up on the suicide dive chart. And on a roll of 7, AJ is going to attempt that dive, but Davey gets out of the way. And it's going to be Davey rolling on the standard ring chart, as AJ was not able to complete the suicide dive. Davey is a B-rated out of the ring guy, and the roll of 7 is the helpless crawl. Davey comes back into the ring helplessly, and AJ is still in control. And this time it's going to be another attempt at the torture rack powerbomb. AJ is loving that move. He is weakening Davey with it. But on a roll of 5, Davey gets out of the way of that one and hits AJ with a stiff enziguri to the back of the head, and AJ is down. Davey Richards is now in control as the momentum goes back and forth. Davey goes to that clover leaf. Again, trying to weaken the low back of AJ and slow him down. AJ is hurt, and Davey goes to the double knee backbreaker once again. AJ is still hurt. This has been a phenomenal back and forth match, no pun intended. As Davey is now going to go for that double stomp, if he can pull it off. He's going to need a roll of 8 or lower to pull that one off, and he hits it. And AJ is still hurt. Davey in control. And he whips AJ into the ropes. AJ comes off the ropes. What's he going to do? AJ comes off the ropes. Davey drops down, and AJ bounces off the far ropes. And this time AJ comes across, and Davey Richards hits him hard with a running back elbow, and it is AJ Styles who is down. Davey goes to the double knee backbreaker once again. AJ is hurt, favoring that low back. He's going to try once again to hit the double stomp. As I fumble the dice once again, and he hits it. AJ is hurt. Davey goes with the, is not going to go to the whip to the ropes. He goes to the running lariat And Styles is up and retaliates with a discus lariat out of nowhere. Oh my goodness, a discus lariat out of nowhere. And Davey Richards is down and rolls out of the ring. Davey thought he was in control. He tried that running lariat. Styles ducked that, spun 360 degrees, and nailed Davey with a hard lariat that knocked Davey completely out of the ring. Will AJ go to the air? He will not. It's going to be the standard out of the ring chart. And on a roll of 9, Davey gets owned by AJ out of the ring. They have a scuffle outside the ring. AJ, with a series of forearms and a kick to the side of the head, takes control, rolls back into the ring, and Davey Richards is stunned after that ringside altercation. What's AJ going to do? He's going to go to the powerbomb once again. And this time he nails it. And Davey is down. We have not seen him hit the Styles Clash yet. He hasn't even been able to get Richards into position. And now it's going to be the phenomenal DDT once again. And Davey is hurt. AJ now goes to the springboard 450. And he nails that one. Davey is still hurt. And now he goes to the spiral tap. The spiral tap connects. And Davey Richards is down. That costs him a point of fatigue, as that is an add-1 maneuver. AJ is in control. And he is going to pitch Davey out of the ring once again. Davey crawling out of the ring. Is AJ going to go to the air? He is not. Davey is out of the ring. And on a roll of 9, AJ again wins the confrontation at ringside. He comes off the ring apron and hits Davey with a flying knee smash. Davey Richards is in big trouble now. And AJ goes to the Fosbury flop as Davey comes back into the ring, rolling under the bottom rope. AJ hit him with that senton. Davey is still down. We go out of the ring once again as Richards rolls out to the floor. And this time AJ is going to try for the suicide dive. And on a roll of 7, he's not going to be able to get that done. Davey on the standard out of the ring rope chart. And on a roll of B5, what's going to happen here? This is going to be good for Davey, I believe. Out of the ring, B level 5. The opponent comes out of the ring to continue the fight, but Davey grabs him and smashes him onto the announcer's table with an awesome specialty move. So a belly-to-back suplex onto the announcer's table, and this could cost Davey the disqualification. It will not, as he's only a 4-rated DQ guy, and you'd hate to see an epic struggle like this end in a disqualification. Both men are back in the ring now as the referee is showing some leniency. And after going through the announcer's table at ringside, AJ is hurt and Davey is in control. And he goes to the alarm clock. And that is going to cost another point of fatigue to AJ. But AJ is able to stagger to his feet. The folding powerbomb, hurt 2. Davey with another folding powerbomb, and this time Styles ducks out the back door of that one, and he retaliates and goes for the swinging neck breaker. Can he hit the swinging neck breaker? He needs an 8 or lower. He hits it. And that is going to put Davey down to the canvas hard. Now it is Davey is down, and AJ sets up and delivers the Styles Clash. That is a +2 finishing maneuver. And that means the pin roll is 9 or lower for Davey to go down. And he got him. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, what a match we have just seen. That match went on for over 20 minutes. That is one of the longest and most spectacular matches I believe I've seen. As a total of 12 fatigue tokens were issued in that match before AJ Styles was able to win it with the Styles Clash. These two men went back and forth. They went to the air. They went out of the ring. They suplexed the daylights out of each other and kicked each other up one side and down the other before AJ Styles finally took advantage of the opportunity and was able to deliver the Styles Clash and pin Davey Richards for a brutal but successful title defense. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, AJ Styles is your winner and still the king of the Indies after what's got to be a match of the year candidate, no doubt about it. AJ Styles is your winner and still your king of the Indies champion. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap things up here from the Heartland Havoc 94 Start Me Up pay-per-view. I would like to say thank you to everybody who came out today. For Mr. Excitement Rob, ID Jester, Tribe Fan is in the building. And we also saw Philip Reynolds here at the beginning of the show. So thank you to everybody who has tuned in here tonight for tonight's exciting broadcast. That's our stream, and I am out of here.